I just want to touch on a couple of things that I would just like to throw out there so you all could start to germinate in your mind and you could perhaps get up and say a few words on it. An effective leader is a person who really does the following. One, they co-create an inspiring vision of the future. There are 4 things here, and I'm going to give it to you all one by one. They co-create an inspiring vision of the future. What does that mean? Would anybody like to say a few words on what they think that means and how they would like to see that in our leadership? Co-creating an inspiring vision of the future. I have my take on it, but I don't want to say it until I hear from somebody in the audience. To co-create an inspiring vision of the future. Come up here, sweetheart. Okay.
But to co-create an inspiring vision of the future is having a visionary person looking forward to the future. That they must have a vision and a mission. And whether it's a team, or the organization, or the members, must all know that vision and mission. And everybody must work towards it. Because you cannot say that we are going to transform our organization, or transform health, or transform the country or politics, if every member do not know what the vision is. So the vision looks forward to the future, and that is a vision. And the mission is what you do every day to make the vision possible. So we all working around it together, but we all must know, we must have it clear so that each person knows what they are looking for and how to get towards it. That's what. But I wanted to say one thing.
No, you want to.
Brian said that a leader comes to serve, and I want to say, I want to expound on that a little bit. And to serve, a transformational leader must be a servant leader. You know, we look at how Jesus Christ came, not to be served, but to serve. And many of the time, we think we come to serve, to be served. We want to lord it upon each other, do this, do that. And we directing, and we controlling, and we dictating, and managing, and doing everything. But we have to serve, we have to lead by example. We have to set the pace. And this leader must also have experts. He said that. The team must be expert team, that each person is a potential leader too, to take over from that leader who is leading. And he must be able that sometimes when it is so hard that there might be one who might be better than him. And he must be willing or she to promote that one to take over, and that is what succession planning is. That when we leave there, that other person is just as good. So leader, train leaders to be better leaders in order to guide and to lead. And that's it.
I think you should be chairing this meeting. I could not have put it better myself. And you know, you said something very important about the vision. If we don't know where we're going, how will we know when we arrive? And many times it almost appears as if our leaders are reactionary. They are reactionary. Things happen and they react. We don't know as a nation, what are we moving towards? When do we see Trinidad and Tobago in the next year? 3 years, 5 years, 10 years, 20 years? Nobody knows. We have Vision 2020, Vision 3030, but does anybody in this room know what is Vision 2020 or Vision 3030? If you have that and it's in a document, but it is not expounded and spread among the population for us to feel that we are on the same journey and we are part of the team moving forward to achieve this, then we are just waiting for the powers that be to do what they're supposed to do and looking for the handouts and the make work and taking care of us, and we are not taking care of ourselves and thereby taking care of the nation. So I think that this co-creating an inspiring vision of the future, I mean, it comes just like a project. If you're working on a project, anybody who has done event planning or has managed an event, if you are working, and I know Audrey has, so she may be able to speak next on this matter. If it is that you are planning an event and the team that is planning the event does not know what is the expected outcome, are we going to achieve that? No, because everybody is working in the way that they think it should come out. rather than having a common vision of what is taking place. So I want to thank you very much for that. What is your name? Lawrence. All right. Florence. Thank you, Florence. Okay. The second point that we had on this paper.
Madam Chair, excuse me, before you go to the second point, I just want to add something there.
Yes, certainly.
That word co-create is key, because sometimes leaders sit down in their corners and they create a vision, but the vision is their vision, and they find it very difficult to get people who own the vision. So the co-creation of the vision is very important for a leader to ensure that that vision is made up along with others who will then own it and take responsibility for the vision.
That's a very important point, Karen, and thank you so much. And it also means that the leader needs to respect the input of each and every person. He may not take all on board, but he or she must respect whatever is being brought forward. For example, if we sat here, as most of us are does, and that young lady, Akila, who came forward first to speak, and we said, she doesn't know anything about that, what about she know about politics, a little girl like that? And we may not have taken her seriously, but look how powerfully she started off the proceedings this afternoon. And I wanted us to give her a round of applause, because I was really impressed with this young lady. So thank you for that clarification, Karen. I want to move on to this second point. And I think it speaks to what you were talking about with the co-creation, is that a leader, a transformational leader, will motivate and inspire people to engage with the vision. A transformational leader will motivate and inspire. Two powerful words, motivate and inspire. And if you can have a leader who could motivate and inspire all of us to get engaged with the vision that we have all come up with to move this country forward, then we have the possibility of having a successful and stable society. So I'd like somebody to make a little presentation or say a few words on motivating and inspiring. How can a leader do that? What would you like to see in a leader who can motivate and inspire? What traits does this leader need to have? And how would you like to see them engaging?
All right. Well, I think what I would like to see in a leader, what I like to see in a leader is, I want to be decisive. When we have spoken about a leader being too dictatorial, if a leader has a vision, the team must know the vision also. The leader doesn't come up just like I can say they want a vision and just go to go with a vision, right? They went to go the same thing like the Patrick Manning. Patrick Manning said he had a 2020 vision. A lot of people didn't understand the vision. So they fought against him and whatnot, right? But there is something as too much democracy. Within a party, within a party structure, there must be rules, there must be regulations that people must follow. So a leader, what I want to see in a leader is a very decisive leader, a very firm leader. But as Brian said, sometimes when a leader is trying to be a leader, the party group picks up, other people pick up. And the leader just bows and the leader just crumbles. I want my leader to be decisive and very firm. The leader has to be firm. If a leader is not firm, then it shows weakness not only with the leader itself, but with the party also. That is I want the leader to be decisive and very firm. If they're going on the road, to go down that road. They may seem victorious, but they need to go down the road. If not, it makes no sense to be leader.
Thank you, Cordell, and I think that was an important point, because even while this leader is practicing transformational leadership, people need to know that they have a leader. So despite engaging with and co-creating that vision, the leader must be able to stand out as a leader. Because when that leader stands up in the front, like you go into war, and you have a leader or a general who is taking the soldiers into war, if they do not see that person in front willing to do what is necessary to achieve the objective and make the decisions despite the fact that it may not be popular decisions, then they're not going to follow, they're going to run, drop their guns and run. But if they believe that this leader is decisive and firm and understands what is the stated objective and the stated vision and what we want to achieve, then they will follow. And they will not only follow blindly, but they will know that they are also able to give input into the way forward. So thank you very much for that, Cordell.